From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Kylie Conway, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 for Tuesday, January 24th. We are going to have some sunshine today, warmer temps by the nighttime hours. Highs are going to top out to the upper 30s to low 40s. What we're really watching is tonight into tomorrow morning. It is going to be a dicey commute tomorrow. A mix of rain and snow slides in. Mostly snow by the overnight hours, and it's going to be heavy at times. This is why we've been under a weather alert right now. Prepare for a very dicey commute tomorrow. That wintry mist is going to stay there throughout daybreak tomorrow morning into the afternoon hours. The bulk of the activity is going to exit the state in the late afternoon. Lingering rain snow could be possible for the rest of the day, though, tomorrow. So just keep it tuned in to Daybreak, Wish TV, wishtv.com for all of the latest. Our Storm Track 8 meteorologists are on top of it. And we did have some breaking news this morning. Indianapolis police say a man is dead after officers found him stabbed downtown. Happened around 1 this morning at Illinois and Georgia streets. Investigators haven't said if they're looking for a suspect, but are treating the case as a homicide. No arrests have been made. We are working to learn the victim's name. Today, Mayor Joe Hogsett will speak again on his strategy to reduce gun violence in Indianapolis. The plan identifies at-risk people and employs intensive interventions to prevent retaliatory shootings. The mayor's office says city-county councilors, an assistant police chief, and leaders from local and national anti-crime efforts will be there, too, at this afternoon at the MLT Outreach Center. In California, police say one person is dead and 7 more are wounded after a shootout last night at a gas station in Oakland. It marks the third mass shooting in 3 days in California and the second within a matter of hours. Police say one man killed 7 people across 2 scenes in Half Moon Bay, about an hour south of Oakland. 4 of the dead and 1 wounded victim were at a farm. The others were at a business several miles away. Police arrested the suspect in the parking lot of a sheriff's substation. It is Chunli Zhao, is 67 years old. Investigators say Zhao and at least some of the victims worked at one of the shooting scenes. So far, they're not saying what his motive may have been. With Monday's killings, California has had 4 mass shootings in 8 days. Hundreds of protesters are taking a stand against access to abortion. People from across the state came to downtown Indianapolis yesterday for the Indiana March for Life. Indiana Senator Todd Young and other anti-abortion activists spoke. Protesters say they need lawmakers' help to protect the unborn. Yesterday marked the 50th anniversary of Roe v. Wade, the decision that legalized abortion nationwide. That decision was overturned in June. The hold on Indiana's near-total ban on abortion is not stopping lawmakers from filing new legislation. For now, the state is still governed by the old law, which allows abortion for any reason up to 20 weeks. Democrat Senator Shelley Yoder filed a bill to keep it that way. On the other side of the aisle, Republican State Representative Peggy Mayfield filed a bill to ban cities and counties from donating to groups that facilitate abortion services. Mayfield did not return News 8's request for comment. 4 more members of the Oath Keepers are convicted of seditious conspiracy in the January 6th Capitol riots. A jury found Roberto Menuda, Joseph Hackett, David Marshall, and Edward Vallejo guilty yesterday. All 4 men have been ordered to remain on house arrest until they are sentenced. A date for that hasn't been set. The verdict marks the second conviction of Oath Keeper members. The group's founder and 4 other members were found guilty in a separate trial last year. The FDA wants to make COVID vaccinations more like the annual flu shot. A new proposal from the agency calls for most adults and children to get a once-a-year shot. FDA scientists say most Americans have pre-existing immunity against COVID because of vaccination, past infection, or a combination of the two. The FDA says it'll watch circulating strains annually, then decide in June which strains to select for the fall season. That is similar to the process for updated flu vaccines. Health experts say such a strategy should clear up confusion. The FDA will ask its panel of outside vaccine experts to weigh in at a meeting on Thursday. To business headlines, the U.S. Justice Department is poised to sue Google as soon as today regarding the search giant's dominance over the digital advertising market. The lawsuit will mark the Justice Department's second monopoly case against the company, which is the number 1 player in the $278.6 billion U.S. digital ad market, controlling most of the technology used to buy, sell, and serve online advertising. Microsoft is investing $10 billion in OpenAI, whose artificial intelligence tool, ChatGPT, has lit up the internet since its introduction in November. It amassed more than 1 million users within days and touched off a fresh debate over the role of AI in the workplace. ChatGPT responds to questions about topics such as political science and computer programming with detailed explanations, and Microsoft may want to use it to power a voice-powered search engine. The M&M characters are taking a break a year after their new look sparked controversy. The Mars brand said its candy characters, known as Spokes Candies, will begin an indefinite pause from their duties. Comedian Maya Rudolph will take their place as the brand spokesperson. A survey by OnePoll and Kinder Joy found the average kid's birthday party involves 16 guests, 9 presents, and 3 hours of celebration. Parents say that the parties can get expensive, but the parents say in the poll that the free games like treasure hunts, freeze tag, and charades are still popular. 8 in 10 parents said kids' birthday parties are a lot different now than when they were growing up. Namely, 61% think the celebrations and decor have gotten more over the top, and 55% noted the cake is usually store-bought rather than homemade. In Pacers Watch, a promising sight at practice, Tyrese Halliburton got some work as he heals from an elbow injury. His teammates are on a 7-game skid without him, falling all the way back to 9th in the conference after spending the holidays beating some of the league's elites. Tonight's game against Chicago Bulls tips off at 7. To college basketball, Purdue is back on top of the AP poll. The Boilermakers are coming off a close 58-55 victory over Maryland Sunday. That win was their 6th straight since losing to Rutgers on January 2nd. The team now looks to hold on to its top spot for the remaining 11 games of the regular season. Up first, a Thursday road matchup against Michigan. That game tips off at 9 p.m. The women of IU are keeping their Big Ten basketball dreams alive after the 6th-ranked team defeated 13th-ranked Michigan last night in Ann Arbor. It is the 6th straight win for the Hoosiers. Indiana led by 17 points early in the second half. Michigan got within 6 points in the fourth quarter before the Hoosiers pulled away. The team hopes to keep the streak going when they host number 2 Ohio on Thursday. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 for Wish TV. I'm Kylie Conway, online at wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update on demand for even more on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.